Welcome to the World of Concrete 360's video series of industry influencers. My name is Bill Palmer. I'm editor of World of Concrete 360. We're here today with Ben Brown, who is president of the Charles E. Phipps Company, which specializes in concrete equipment, tools, and supplies. So, Ben, why has Phipps been concentrated and focused on the concrete business?
So Phipps started in 1921, and back then, very industrial town, a lot of steel mills and heavy industry, so we were in bulk materials. And then that turned into aggregates for concrete, and then we just kept evolving over time, getting into more of the concrete accessories and products.
So you handle equipment as well as supplies? Correct.
We can do a lot of specialty equipment, and then all the concrete repair, waterproofing, and concrete accessories.
Okay. So contractors are your primary customers?
Correct. General contractors is our primary, and then the other sub-trades. But generals are about 50%, and then the other sub-trades make up the remainder of our business.
Okay, yeah, well, we've all been hearing about these supply chain problems. So what are is it really a new thing, or is this an issue that you've had for a long time?
Yeah, I think there's new issues. I mean, the supply chain's always been complicated. I think what's going on now is showing everybody how small things can have such big impacts. I'm an optimist by nature, though, so I think what this is giving us, though, is tools for how we can all improve moving forward. So because so many things that used to be standard are no longer standard and usual, I think it's causing us all to become better and plan better, and hopefully making the entire chain of people involved in construction work more collaboratively. So my hope is the net impact is an overall positive. But it's been a struggle this last 2 years.
What are the main issues? What's causing the bottlenecks?
I don't know if I could bring anything new to that. I mean, we've all read between, obviously China has a huge impact where they do big shutdowns and they're not producing. We had the stuff in Houston where the plants were shut down for a long time. It's really been everything that could have gone wrong did go wrong, and coronavirus is causing labor issues that already existed, and it's exacerbated those problems. So there's not one magic bullet. It's a confluence of things going on that has caused all these challenges.
So what can a contractor do to manage their supplies? How can they make this better?
Yeah, I think honestly the biggest thing is more communication with all of your partners. So and a lot of customers already, a lot of the bigger contractors, they have good programs and policies in place for that. But the more we all get ahead of the curve so if a project is scheduled to start in 3 months, plan ahead, way more than we used to. So much of what we got, you could order it on Monday and have it on Wednesday, or have it the same day. Right. That still exists with certain things, but not everything. So the more we communicate, the better we'll make everybody's project go.
Do you see contractors hoarding materials? Do they buy stuff they don't really need?
Yeah, I think that happened especially early on, and that made sense as a strategy. It doesn't seem to be as prevalent now, but like I said earlier, I do think there's more planning ahead, and that's a win for everybody. That makes it easier on manufacturers to forecast production, makes it easier for distributors to know when to bring things in so they can have them on time for the job. So there are a lot of positives coming from this.
Okay. So do you see a lot of price increases?
Yes. That's been one of the bigger challenges. If a lot of distributors have 5,000, 20,000, 100,000 SKUs, and a lot of times you get annual price increases. Now you're getting bi-weekly increases from the manufacturing community. So there's a lot of work involved keeping systems updated and then trying to notify contractors of what's coming. Sure. That's been a major problem.
Do you expect that to continue through 22?
That's a common question I ask a lot of our vendor partners. For right now, the answer is yes. At least for the first 2 quarters, they expect there to still be more increases coming, and we're still seeing them on a daily basis. It seems like there could be some relief coming in the second half of the year. I hope, but that's to be seen.
Yeah. Have you seen projects be delayed? Have there been delays in projects because of not having materials?
Yeah, I've heard a lot of them nationally through our ACDI group. In our market, Northern Ohio, in our market, I've only seen 2 that got shut down, and it was a steel supply issue. We've seen a lot of delays, but only one major one got put on hold for a full year. They couldn't get the structural steel for the project. But a lot of delays, but only one major cancellation that I've seen.
What products do you have? You carry the you're having the worst trouble with at this point?
So a lot of resin-based material early on. So China was shut down with one of their largest plants, and then Houston's the biggest resin area producer in the United States. So that had an impact on so many of the products we carried. But again, that caused us to work differently with up the chain to the manufacturers and then down the chain to contractors. So I think we did a pretty good job managing that. We knew what was in short supply and tried to buy appropriately so that our customers were able to keep moving on their projects. Didn't always work perfectly, but we did a pretty good job with it.
Do you expect things to improve this year?
I do. I've already seen several segments lightening up. Not all of it. Even steel, it's tough, but it's getting better. But on the material side, especially the powders and repair materials, those seem to be pretty steady. Joint sealant, silicone is still a big issue. But there seems to be a loosening of materials coming. So we're hopeful that it gets a little more normal.
Is equipment just as bad? Is it?
That's been one of the biggest challenges. It used to be if we didn't have it in stock, you could get it within a week. Now we're ordering, and it could be anywhere from a month to over 12 months. And that's we've never dealt with that before. That's strategically planning for that has it kind of becomes a guessing game. But that's been an interesting exercise to try to get ahead of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for being with us today.
Certainly. Thank you for having me. This is fun. Thanks.